This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Okay, and welcome back here to Lake City Athletic Complex, bringing you action between the Lake City Trojans and the McBain Ramblers. Lake City is on the march here. They've got a 3rd and about 7 from their 47-yard line. Snap is taken by Matt Holt. He's looking to pass. He's got a receiver and a nice catch. Looks like it's good for 3 or 4. Still short of the first down. Hard to see a number on who that receiver was. That is going to bring up a 4th down just into McBain territory here as we start the 4th quarter. Lake City made a nice defensive stand on the Ramblers after the Ramblers had marched it all the way down the field and got close to the goal line, but came up short once again. So,
yeah, UTEC threw the ball well, and they made a lot of nice plays in that drive.
Okay, so we've got a 4th down here for Lake City. They are going for it. Ball is up. Holt, and it's tipped, and he was looking for Bisball, but a defender ended up getting their hand up on the ball and knocking that down. So that is a nice defensive stop by McBain, and they will take over on downs here at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, it might have been George Brown III on the tip there. I couldn't tell if it was him or Sean Sycamore. Both of them were right in on the action there.
Well, you know, they do have a lot of height down in McBain.
Yeah.
Especially when they get those arms up, so it's a little tough to get the ball up above those.
It's just nice to see them still fighting hard here late in the game.
You bet. Okay, so looks like Lake City has called a timeout. He's going to regroup here bring the troops in before McBain starts their series at the 49-yard line. And again, I think we'd like to take a shout out to our camera crew.
Yeah, our director, master of ceremonies here. We have Eric Wutilla, replaying graphics. Remington Hernandez. Our 3 cameramen are Joe A10, Caleb Drake, and Jacob Owens, keeping everything flowing in this game for us here today.
Okay, and thanks for them. And I'd also like to mention the PA announcer tonight is Mr. Jeff Hingston. I think Dustin Webb is running the clock, so we'd like to give a shout out to them. We have given the officials who've done a fine job tonight. They've really done a good job, even though the fans might not agree with that. But we've got Rick Stone, Chris Patus, Patrick Peters, Alex Lefebvre, and Patrick Uhrig. So thanks for the officiating crew tonight, doing a fine job. All right, so here comes McBain. 1st and 10 from their 49. Gets the pass out to, looks like Brown again, just across midfield. So that's going to be at the Lake City about 49, a gain of about 2 or 3. Which is going to bring up about 2nd and 7. As the Ramblers come out, they're going to have to move quickly here if they're going to chip away at this deficit. Takes a snap. Oh, nice ball. And, a nice defensive play by Jacob Ball. Boy, he threw a bullet there and had a guy open, and Jacob got his hand on it just at the last second and made a really nice defensive play. He's had a number of nice defensive plays tonight.
Yeah, he's
both sides of the field, actually.
He's making things happen on a pretty consistent basis, and a nice job avoiding the receiver there and just getting to the ball.
Yep, absolutely. So we're looking at 3rd down here and 7 for McBain. UTEC takes a snap out of the shotgun. He's looking deep, settles for number 4, gets him at the little over midfield, and that is number 4 from McBain, Justin Camphouse. He ends up getting all the way down to about the 35-yard line for a Rambler 1st down.
Once again, Jacob Ball brings him down.
Yep, so nice play, nice reception. They're chipping away here. Not even really huddling up. They got to move right along.
Yeah, they're still running the 2-minute offense here.
Well, we got 10:28 left, which is a lot of time, but they've got a lot of points to make up here. So right through the hands of one of their receivers and picked off by Devin Davis. Davis still looking for room to run and gets it back out to the 30-yard line. So a nice defensive turnover there for the Trojans to put a stop to that drive and secure the shutout. Okay. Very nice play. So just when they had a little momentum and got a little something started, it happened all night. Lake City's come up with the big defensive play.
Yeah, that was not an often seen interception there. There were several bobbles before he was able to secure it, and he just stayed with it until he got a handle.
All right, good stuff. So here comes the Trojans. First down from their own 30-yard line. Holt takes a snap under center, hands it off. That looks like Noren again. Gets about 2 or 3 yards maybe.
Number 50 from McBain hauled him down, Sean Sycamore.
All right, so that looks like he picked up maybe 3. That's going to leave about a 2nd and 7. As McBain is going to look to try to hold them and get the ball back for any chance to get back in this game. All right, Holt takes the snap under center, taking a look at the defense. Pitches it out to Noren. Noren looking for room to roam. Excuse me. McBain had that pretty well covered, though.
Yep, they had him stacked to the right, and there just wasn't any room on that play. McBain's still continuing to play hard.
Okay. So that brings up a 3rd and 7 from about looks like the 33-yard line of Lake City. So we've got Bisball and Ball spread out. Holt takes the snap from under center. Gives it to Noren. Noren looking for room to run, trying to get to the sideline. Does. He's got McBain tacklers there, and they push him out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line all the way out to about the 47 for a nice gainer, and that will be a first down pending any flags. I don't think I see flags. Well, I just didn't see him, but there was one.
There was one.
Looked like another holding call. It's kind of been the story of the night for the Trojans tonight. They've had a number of those. Coach is still wanting to kind of pull his hair out there. So back it comes. That was a really nice run by Zach Noren, too.
He's got some very deceptive speed.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so that's going to bring up what looks to be about a 3rd and 10 all the way back to the original line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line. So Holt is running in to relay the play to the huddle. And they got a 3rd and 10 here. Okay, so McBain looking to make a big stop. In the shotgun, fakes the handoff, zips it into, looked like number 86. That was Ben Marion, but just out of reach. And a nice tackle made, and we've got a McBain player down. Just might have lost his breath just a little bit. That looked like Cole Seelan. But he's up and ready to go now. So 4th down. So does Lake City punt here, or are they just going to kind of go for it and try to keep the clock rolling?
I'm gonna wager on the punt, but I guess we'll see here.
Okay. So they have, from what I can remember, they've only punted like once tonight.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad opportunity to get a practice in on a punt.
Okay, so it does look like Wyatt Bisball is making his way back there. Oh, now it's switched up to number 44. That would be Johnny Feller. Feller's got it. Gets the punt off. Got it to turn over. Really nice punt, actually. Gets all the way up to about the 35-yard line. That's received by number 3. That's Gavin Seelan. He's looking for room to run and is brought down at about the 35. We have flags on the play, so we'll have to see what the officiating crew has got for us.
Like you mentioned, Jeff, it's that open field just lends itself to difficult blocking situations.
Yeah, it changes up everything. And, you know, it's not any different in the NFL either. I mean, just about every special team play, whether it's a punt or a kickoff or something, I would probably say more than not, there's flags on those plays.
Yeah, and it almost would appear to be a bit of a point of emphasis, you know, in the game right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so as the officiating crew is ironing this out, we'll decide where the ball is going to be placed. Looks like it's going back in Lake City's direction. So that is going to bring the ball closer to midfield. Looks like McBain is going to start their series off here at about their own 46-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there. And I'm sure we're going to see the air attack here. We have 8:34 left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, McBain has shown a different wrinkle this whole half.
Okay, the snap is up. UTEC takes it, gets it over to, and I think he got a tip on that. Nice defensive play. Looked like, was that 12? That was Wyatt Bisball again. He's been all over the place tonight. And nice play to knock that ball down. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Ramblers. Also, clock stops the clock, so McBain can take their time a little bit here and get their play in. Okay, so they've got their spread offense going here. UTEC under center, takes the snap, actually hands it off. That's Hendrickson. He bowls down for a few yards, maybe across just over midfield for about 4, maybe 5.
Looked like Nathaniel Knapp was able to finally bring him down.
Okay, so here comes McBain. They're not wasting any time now. 3rd down and about 4. UTEC looking over the defense, takes the snap, looking to pass. He's got an open receiver. That's Brown again, and it looks like he makes the catch all the way down to about the 34-yard line. A nice pass and a nice catch. Kind of put it in a spot where it couldn't be defended or picked off or anything like that, so that was a real nice pass on that play.
Yeah, well-executed play.
Yep. Nice pass by quarterback Alex UTEC. So that gives McBain a 1st down at the 34-yard line. Trips to the left. That's UTEC. Rolls a little bit, looking to pass. Gets a nice pass out to Brown again, and he is brought down inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. That was Bisball over there again.
McBain really showing some promise with the passing game. They seem to move the ball really well through the air.
Yes, they have. Okay, so trips to the right this time. Clock is ticking down at about 7:20 left in the 4th quarter. Ball is up. Nice grab and touchdown for number 11, Garrett Van Groos. Pretty sure that's 11. It's getting hard to see all the way over on the other side of the field there, Mike.
That was number 11 for McBain.
Verburgmos. Sorry about that pronunciation there. That is Garrett Verburgmos, number 11, who made that catch. So McBain is on the board with a touchdown. They are going to go for 2 here. No sense in going for 1. Snap is taken. Out again, and nice catch. So they do convert on the 2-point conversion. So with 7:16 left in the 4th quarter, the McBain Ramblers are on the board, and they have cut the deficit back down to 20 again, as the Trojans are leading 28-8. Nice drive there, Mike.
That was a nice ending for him. That was a long pass play.
Yeah.
He really aired it out.
Yeah, I mean, he throws a good ball.
Yeah,
he really does.
He does. He sees the field well. He's, like I said, they've got 4 receivers going out on some of these plays. He's doing more than one read, and their line has given him an opportunity to do that.
Right, and clearly, McBain has got some height at the receiver position. Lake City's defenders are very athletic, very good defenders, but they're out height.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Right, so that worked to McBain's advantage there. So nice pass plays. So what do we see here? We got an onside kick coming?
Well, given the circumstances, very possible.
I would think absolutely.
Yep.
You got to try something.
Yeah, they need the ball.
Yep. So.
And it's a good opportunity to practice that formation, if nothing else.
Yep, I know I would have my good hands people up on that front line if I'm Coach Smith of the Trojans.
Looks like they've got that covered.
Okay, so the ball does have to go 10 yards before it can be touched by a McBain player. They do indeed get the squib kick down there, and it is caught and put down, and that is number 44, John Feller?
Yep. He was able to secure it. Got kind of a favorable hop there. Made it a little bit easier to field than just trying to dig it out of the grass.
Yeah, you just, with the shape of that football, you never know how it's going to bounce.
Yep.
Okay. So unsuccessful onside kick attempt. So Lake City is going to end up with some pretty good field position. They will start out at their own 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there. They are staying in their spread set. Holt takes the snap, looking to hand it off. He does hand it off to Zach Norn. Zach is tripped up by number 24. That is George Brown on the nice defensive play. And that's going to end up in a loss of about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 13 from the 44-yard line.
Kept the clock running. I'm sure that's a point of that they're trying to make sure that happens at this point of the game.
Absolutely. Okay, so they're taking their time coming out of the huddle. Spread formation. Holt stays in the shotgun position, looks to pass over to, and right through the arms of, that was number 86, Ben Marion, and right through the hands. And boy, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Yeah, both quarterbacks are capable of throwing a pretty stiff ball.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We've seen that tonight. That there's been times when the receivers have a hard time getting the handle on it.
Yeah, and it was a little breezy earlier. I don't know if that wind has maybe died down just a little bit or not. It doesn't seem like it's blowing quite as much here. Nothing close to what is going on down in Florida anyway right now.
No.
Or close to Florida. It's just too bad that those storms come and happen like that. Okay, so Holt is taking the ball. He got the snap, looking to get it downfield. He makes the reception look like I don't know if that was number 10, Waylon Ising on that. But there is a flag down. And we've got another hold. Imagine that.
Yeah, you can pretty much count on it at this point.
Yeah, and Coach is having a discussion with him, too, because he's pretty much fed up with it.
Yeah, I think it's a technique.
Yep. I think he's arguing, that he's keeping his hands inside the frame of the shoulders and everything, but he's not getting his call. So
no, and it's those officials are so close to those plays, they can see things that we can't, even the coaches can't. So
yeah, they're staring it down.
That's what
they're looking for.
They don't have to watch the whole field; they just have to watch their area.
Okay, so that is going to bring Lake City all the way back to the 31-yard line, excuse me. And it's going to be 3rd and down from there. They got to get all the way up to McBain's 44-yard line for a 1st down. Holt takes the snap, looking to pass the ball. Now he's looking to scramble, and the defenders are there and bring him down for a sack.
And number 50, Sean Sycamore.
Okay, so nice defensive play for the Ramblers. That is going to bring Lake City even further back. And it looks like McBain is going to take a timeout here to try to keep the clock stopped. We've got 5:45 left in the 4th quarter. And a long 4th down for the Trojans.
Our sponsors tonight, as we are in the waning moments here of our game here at the Lake City Athletic Complex,
right.
Presented by Cadillac Castings. We have Cadillac Tire, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City and Big Rapids, Lake City Materials, the Wakely Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, Bowman and Rogers, Lake City Miniature Golf, and Miller's Corners.
Okay, thank you, Mike, and thank you to our sponsors. We would like to remind you that we do have more football action coming up next week. Mr. Bill Dooley will be taking on the game where Lake City is headed to Manton next Friday, and Mike and I will be in Mesick where they'll be hosting the Manistee Catholic team, and that is 8-man football. So I'm pretty excited about seeing some 8-man football this year. Okay, so here comes Lake City. They are going to punt on 4th down. Looks like John Feller gets it up, and another nice kick. He's had a couple nice long punts. Kind of bobbled back there by number 3. That's Gavin Seelan looking for some room, and he just does get back to midfield. So that's where the Ramblers are going to start 1st and 10. We've got 5:33 left here in the 4th quarter, and the Ramblers are down by 20, so they are going to try to make quick work of this and get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they don't waste a lot of time in huddles when they're in this mode.
No, they don't. They can't afford to. Okay, so he's in the shotgun, takes it. UTEC looking to pass, passes it over to number 4. And just took his eyes off the ball. He knew the defender was waiting for him there, and he did get hit. So
yeah,
he knew what was coming, but unfortunately ended up falling incomplete.
Yeah, you're going to take the hit anyways, so you might as well get the glory with the catch.
Yep,
hopefully the next one he will.
Okay, that was Justin Camphouse, and looks like he's going to go over the sidelines and regroup here. Did take a pretty hard hit there by the defender. I didn't catch the number of the defender there, but he was stuck pretty hard. Okay, so that brings up 2nd and 10 from the midfield for McBain. UTEC is looking over the defense, trying to shout some signals out to his players. He's got 3 spread to the left. He rolls a little bit to the left. He's got some defenders and picked off. That is Lake City. Another interception. That is Wyatt Bisball.
Yeah, a little underthrown ball,
Yep.
and Bisball on the scene.
Yeah, and with an athlete like Bisball, you can't make that mistake.
No.
He was right there and looking and made a nice, another nice defensive play. He's really shined tonight.
Looked like some under-over coverage where he was right in his zone area, and the ball came right to where he was at.
Now, good for Wyatt. He's a great kid too. I'll tell you, I've known him for a number of years, and you couldn't ask for a nicer kid. Very good football player. Okay, so here comes Lake City. They take over at their own 47, and they're going to look to burn this clock up. Handoff or pitch out to Noren again. He's looking for room and barely just gets back to the line of scrimmage and was cleaned up by a host of Ramblers there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. We are just getting to the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Lake City is leading this one 28-8. Ramblers have been trying to fight and claw their way back into it, but Lake City is just not having anything to do with it. They're coming up big on defense all night.
No, once again, McBain moving the ball without too much trouble, but getting in the end zone's been a little tougher.
Okay, so here we are, 2nd and 9. Holt under center, takes the snap, hands it off to probably Zach Noren. Yep, it is. He fights for about 6. Gets across into McBain territory, where it will end up being 3rd down. Looks like about 3rd and a long 3. As the clock continues to wind down, closer to the 4-minute mark. Lake City's going to take their time in the huddle here and try to burn as much time as they can. All right, so McBain's going to try to come up with a big stop here. Holt takes the snap under center, hands it off to Noren. Noren's looking for more running room. Bullies his way down across the 45-yard line, maybe to about the 44. Looks like he's going to be a couple yards short. That's going to bring up a 4th down for Lake City. Not sure if this is necessarily punting territory. We'll see what they've got in mind here.
Kind of a power run there for Zach.
No, he just kept his legs churning and got a couple extra out of there. He really didn't have much to work with, but
showing his versatility.
Yeah, he earned those yards basically on his own. Okay, so a quarterback sneak. That looked like it was successful. Holt took the ball and went straight ahead, and looks like he got across and it is good for a 1st down.
Almost looked like a silent count, didn't it, Jeff?
Yep. He caught him off guard. He just got up there and probably tapped the center underneath, got the ball and took off. So that takes us down closer to the 3-minute mark here, and Lake City's got a fresh set of downs. So they're going to try and grind the clock out here.
Well, they've had a good night, and it's always nice to finish it strong if you're able to.
Okay, so Holt takes the snap from under center, gives it to Noren. Noren looking for green grass, and he's found it. He's cutting all the way up to the inside the 20-yard line. Another nice big run by Zach Noren. He's had a number of those tonight.
Tried to catch the number on the tackler, but I can't get him to turn. Number 51 on McBain's side, Chase Vandenbos.
Okay, so Noren ended up working his way inside the 20. Looks like all the way down to about the 17-yard line, so the Trojans will have first down from there.
How many tackles has he run through tonight?
Yeah, he's, a lot of them.
That's
very good running back. Okay, so ball is handed off to Noren again. He's still looking for room to run and not having anything to do with it that time as McBain stuffs him at looks like about the line of scrimmage.
It's like the quarterback for McBain brought him down, UTEC, and number 55, Kyle Hamilton, kind of finished him off.
All right, so Coach is going to have a little chat with Zach.
I mean, if you get a hold of him, you don't want to let go, and they didn't on that play. They kept a hold of him.
Okay, so we're inside of 2 minutes. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Lake City's looking at a 2nd and 11. I'm thinking they can probably take and run this out clockwise, but they may be looking to put it into the end zone here. Okay, another pitch out to Zach Noren. He's still looking for some room. McBain has got tacklers there and brings him down at about the 22. That's going to keep the clock rolling.
Vanden Boss first on the scene there. Shut that play down.
Okay, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're all the way back out to about the 20-yard line, so it's going to be about 3rd and 12. We are at the 1 minute mark of this final and 4th quarter. Handoff. That handoff is out to, Levi Francisco. Looked like he might have picked up a couple. Stopped inside for about maybe 1, so that's going to bring down 4th down and about 9. And I think Lake City is just going to be content to run this clock out as far as they can go. McBain may end up getting another possession here, but it's going to be a lot too little too late.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see if they can get a play that'll last 21 seconds.
Okay, so Holt is taking a look at the clock. He's going to let every second tick off that he can. Gets underneath center, takes a snap, he hands it off, and not sure who that is, but he runs up the middle. It's going to be short of the 1st down, so the ball will turn over to McBain on downs, but we're down to 4 seconds left in the game, and that's pretty much going to do it.
Yeah, it looked like David Greenfield got a chance to get his hands on the ball there for Lake City. Got a few yards, or he ran into a lot of white jerseys.
Okay, so very nice game tonight by the Lake City Trojans. They pretty much dominated on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively. It wasn't till about the late 3rd and 4th quarter that McBain had anything offensively going, and that's when they opened up the passing game. But Lake City had an answer for just about everything McBain was trying to do tonight.
Yeah, it's if McBain can pull some positives out of this game, they definitely got some opportunities to work on their passing game in the second half. And they're showing some promise with it too.
Yep, so one last play there, and that ended up being an incomplete pass. So the Lake City Trojans have taken a 28-8 victory tonight against the McBain Ramblers. That will put them in possession of the the Misaki Sentinel Traveling Gridiron Traveler is the name of that prestigious trophy that these two teams play for. So it is going to Lake City for the year.
I think you need a trophy for saying that correct twice. I would have never had a chance.
I didn't even have that written down. I just kind of pulled that out of my hat. So
that was a good one.
Right. Well, when you got a trophy like that, I mean, how are you going to
I did like it. I did like it.
Okay, so congratulations to the Trojans on a fine victory tonight. Very well played game, other than a couple holding calls, or maybe more than a couple. That might have been one little drawback to the night for them, but like you say, it might have been a little bit in the technique here. So
yeah, it may have been, and both teams are going to head into the thick of the Highland now, and it'll be interesting to see where they come out as we get into the middle of October, and I know both teams have playoff hopes. So.
Okay, so we are going to take a break here, and we'll be back with a post-game recap show. So you are watching 26 Sports and CCTV. Live high school football.